Hello, guys. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. And yeah, who doesn't get excited when you hear about the term money, right? And I think in this video, I'm trying to explain, or at least, present to you the few important key points which I learned from the book. A very famous book indeed. It's called The Psychology of Money, and it's written by Martin Housel. And it's really written in a nice way, but I would really recommend you to read the full book for more detailed explanations and what the author exactly means by it. But I've tried to concise it as much as possible, and let's quickly dive into it. And before that, welcome to my channel, Knowledge Central. And it's been a really nice journey so far. And yeah, looking forward to making more videos, right? So yeah, getting into the book. And let me start with one of the favorite quotes of this book. And it is, in fact, about the intrinsic value of money. And as the author tells, it has a very, very high intrinsic value. And he keeps telling again and again that it has a very high ability and a power to give control over time, right? Simple as that. And a lot of people say, or even my friends agree with it, money doesn't get you happiness, or like money is not the only important thing in your life, etc. But I strongly feel money affects each and every aspect in our life, right? Starting from the breakfast, the food we eat, the vehicle we drive, the place we live in, what kind of clothes we wear. Like you keep naming, and I can keep telling, what kind of gadgets you use, the laptop, mobile phone, webcam. I mean, I could get a better camera if I have more money. So it has a very high intrinsic value. But one of the things which you can easily gain from it is to gain control over your time, right? You can make much more free time in which you can do a lot more things that you're passionate about, etc. So that's what at least I'm trying to move towards. Make sure that money works for me, and then I get more control over time, and then I could do a lot more things that time. Uh, so that's a very important thing. You will get the freedom of time. Simple as that. And yeah, and also we have some quick insights from this book, and let's move on to that. The first is, of course, being greedy is never a good idea, and especially when it comes to you making financial decisions, like for example, investing or buying real estate, or trying to flip things. In whatever aspect, we should never get greedy, and it either can affect us very badly, and it might be hard to recover once we get more and more greedy, and this trap has to be avoided. So one important thing here is I also learned that we need to make calculated risk, and of course everything is risky. The moment we have gone to any decision we have made, it's still risky, but we need to make sure that it's calculated and we understand the do's and don'ts, ins and outs of few things which we're doing. It's very important to do the homework and then get into it. So never be greedy. Second thing, which I learned, is also being envious is not a good idea, right? Sometimes, these jealousy and envy might blind us in few ways. Like it doesn't allow us to go in a certain path. And he clearly tells there's no place in the money market, and it can directly have an influence on the decisions we make. So don't be envious. If somebody is doing something because they are good at it, need not mean that we have to go into the same track. We have our own path, we have our own way of spending money or earning money. And at the end of the day, what matters is are you getting good sleep when you hit the bed, and are you happy and satisfied in your life, and how can you slowly improve it. And of course, I usually recommend, or I usually think that one way or one stream of income is never enough. So make sure that you try to explore different things, like what you're good at, and get other streams of income. But envy is not at all useful in any way. might give you motivation and some, initial energy to kick in, but then it might blur you at some point. And finally, this is a very important one. He mentions that early experiences are the key, and it determines our mindset towards which we move forward with the money, and this is exactly in lines with the earlier book, which we talked about, called Mind Over Money. And in that book also, the very initial chapters, it tells our mindset depends on how we have been brought up, right, from our childhood. And that's exactly resonates with this statement as well. From our childhood, the things we see in movies, cinemas, the things we see our parents do, the things we learn from school, everything put together, we have a mindset towards money, right? And that's also in line, not in line, at least partially overlaps with the rich dad, poor dad, right? And that's what they talk in that book as well, like why rich get richer and poor get poorer. It's all about the mindset and the direction we move and how we use money. And then, but in order to bring that shift, of course, it's really important to experience different things and as early as possible. Like, for example, that's why investment is a really good idea to start early. And people underestimate the value of compound interest. And maybe it's better to talk in a different video, or it's a different concept as a whole. So yeah, this is a very very like a very light gist of that book, but I would highly recommend to read that entire book, as it goes in deeper in different concepts and different areas. But to summarize, I think being greedy and being envy never helps. It just blurs and it restricts our growth and the use of money. And finally, experience matter, and earlier experiences are very very important. So when you want to try something, 20 is the best time. When you have a decent job, you use that money to do as many things as possible. You try different things, side hustle, uh, or try different areas, and then with that experience, you slowly shift your mindset towards slowly taking calculated risk, and then diversifying your portfolio, etc. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this quick chat about the book on the psychology of money. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next book, which I'm going to read, and yeah, really thrilled to share. So please like, subscribe, or share, or comment whatever you feel on this video, or what other expectations you have, or some things which I told is not in line with the thoughts of the author, or yeah, any other book which you want to discuss. I'll be happy to. So yeah, cheers, have a wonderful day ahead, and yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.